And we are on the air. What's up, John? How's it going?
Hey, Jake. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, dude. We've had a great weekend in Nashville. So for those of you Tribe listeners at home who don't know, this is John Lawrie, one of my old-time friends.
Way back.
And we're going to get into his story, but he's a professional musician down here in Nashville. And so the first thing I actually want to talk about is he's currently on a tour. So kind of tell me what you're doing with the tour and how it's been going so far.
Yeah, well, for starters, Jake, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Freaking love you, bro. We are day ones, kindergarten, bro, way back. Honestly, preschool probably, if we could really look into it deeply.
Yep, we knew each other from like church growing up.
Yeah, yep. for sure. But yeah, man, the tour has been great. So I play with an artist named Blake Whiten. We're the first of two openers for Bailey Zimmerman. The other opener is Hudson Westbrook, another country guy. And long story short, it's been amazing, super fun,
nice,
really, really awesome. The shows have been incredible. I mean, a ton of people. It's been a lot of sold out arenas, which has been really fun. And also like the people that are involved, like the teams behind the scene, like everybody that is part of that for the most part are like really cool, nice, solid people, all, music hearted and just, very easy to hang out and get along with. It's been really awesome.
So where all have you been on your tour so far?
We've done like South Carolina, Boston, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana. I think that's the most. Oh, yeah, went to Florida too.
But you're pretty much in the beginning of it, right?
Yeah, it's early stage. It's like less than 20. It's like 25%. I think a little less than that.
So you're with Blake, and then opening up for Bailey, and then are you allowed to talk about who you'll be playing with later in the year as well?
Oh yeah, we're opening for Morgan Wallen at the Big House and then the Eagles Stadium. Should be sweet.
Sick, dude. So clearly successful musician. Yeah. And is the echo we're hearing okay too? Yeah, it's fine. It'll be recording.
Yeah. We're good.
Okay, so clearly you're a great musician. You've been doing this your whole life, and now really getting to like play out. So I kind of want to talk about your story. What inspired you to start playing the piano?
Honestly, I can't say specifically what inspired me to start playing the piano, other than I know that it was my parents who signed me up for lessons when I was like a little kid. I was doing classical piano, just like your standard 6-year-old going to piano lessons, classic thing parents do just to get their kids into stuff. And that's kind of how I started throughout, my early childhood and elementary years. I had my ups and downs with it. It wasn't like a big part of my life, even though I did like continue to take lessons. Like I think for a while, I was like, I don't want to do piano. Like I want to quit, like whatever. My parents were like, no. And I was like, okay. Thankfully they did that. Mom and Dad, love you. But
shout out Mr. and Mrs. Lawrie.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm glad that they made me stick with it. So, but it started out with my parents making me do lessons as a kid.
And did you get any of the inspiration from your grandma who can also play piano?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think deep in my heart as a kid, and especially now today, oh my gosh. But my grandma definitely inspired me and continues to inspire me to this day. She's an amazing piano player, the sweetest person ever. I love her so much. And if you listen to her play, honestly, even now, and she's, like not like a gigging musician anymore or whatever, but like she still is so amazing at piano and like has a very nice touch and like riffs the keys. Dude. It's awesome.
That's awesome, man. And so part of you kind of playing and getting experience was in church and Tribe. We talk a lot about faith. A lot of us are on like faith journeys. We have to dig into that. So kind of want to hear about how playing in church and, alongside of Bobby Fischer and the whole ensemble thing, I guess kind of helped you develop and what that meant to you.
Yeah,
musician.
Totally, dude. I mean, I think a lot of things that I can take away from that for sure. The most like practical one is that I just had to learn a bunch of songs every single week, and like it helped me like just get better at piano. Just like I remember learning so many like new chords and like I don't know what so much new stuff meant. I just had to learn new songs every single week, and so like it challenged me to like get good at just learning music fast, which definitely helped me a lot in the long run, I think. But also like in terms of like faith and church, and I think even the deeper meaning, it's like it was always a way for me to like give my talent to like God and everyone else around me. It's like it was cool to like be able to like it felt a lot of times like I was like helping out with like the service or like the mass or whatever. Like it was kind of cool.
You definitely were.
Yeah.
And did like your faith and that desire to be part of that kind of like contribute into your love of playing and the fulfillment that you got from it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think I would have played at church had it not, you know, like I really felt like a deeper meaning with everything. Like it was all like volunteer and stuff. So like, I mean, occasionally when I actually like subbed to do like the MD for the church, I would get paid or whatever. But like that was only a couple times. Like mostly it was just volunteer. And like, I don't know, it really felt like there was something deeper going on than just me like pressing keys on like a keyboard, you know, like, cool. Yeah,
dude. And so from church and classical, that's kind of where you started. How has your taste in music evolved?
Oh yeah, tremendously, honestly, like since then. I mean, so to be clear, the church that we're talking about, it's not like a black church or anything like that. It's not like gospel, where I went to St. Agnes. It's more like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like 70s, like pop kind of, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
St. Agnes is like 70s pop?
I don't know. Maybe that's like totally wrong.
So it's a Catholic service, which I think music-wise is pretty tame, typically.
Yeah.
And
I want to say it's normal to us because
that's what I grew up on.
Yeah, same. I guess that's what I'm trying to like get at. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very like esoteric, like the broad chords. It's not like a rock band at all.
No. I guess I mean more in terms of like the songwriting and stuff, and like just the chord. Like there's like a very distinct difference between like a gospel church and like St. Agnes church music. Have you played at gospel
churches since?
I played at a couple. I've mostly played at a Nigerian church for a while, which mixes a lot of gospel and Nigerian.
How was that experience?
Oh, it was amazing. I love it. I'm so sad I had to stop for tour. I couldn't commit to it every Sunday anymore, but
Wait, so you up until the tour you were playing Nigerian
church? I
played
there for like 2 years, dude.
And it was like
it's Pentecostal, kind of like
Nigerian music mixed with gospel.
With CCM. All three were kind of combined.
Dude.
So like the drummer, his name was Sonny. I played in his Afrobeat band for a while. He was really cool. And he is really cool. And he's an amazing drummer. Like he brings he's from, Nigeria, and like he has all these like Nigerian chops, if you will, like on the drum kit. Like he like brings that vibe. And then like the songs they'll do are like the songs that they are from like Christian artists in Nigeria, or they'll do like CCM artists like in America, but also put the Nigerian spin on it. Wow. So it's been really fun. Yeah.
So just kind of want to like elaborate on the breadth of music that you've been a part of and the communities that this has brought you to as well. Like what interesting little enclave of people that you've gotten to go perform and, share the good word of God, but also just become a part of that community too.
Oh yeah.
That you probably would have otherwise never had a foray into.
100%. No, yeah, totally. I met tons of great, crazy cool people through all that, especially with music in the church. It's a really beautiful thing because you can tell how much it impacts the people that like you're playing for, especially like, and in that in turn, even apart from the music, impacted me. I think it's like, oh wow, like I'm a part of something that's really like deeply transformative for so many people, and like that's really cool.
Nice. How have what are your favorite genres now? How has that kind of expanded? At like what genres have you landed on? Your favorite to listen to, and then also does that mirror what you like to create?
I feel like I don't have like a favorite genre, but I feel like what I'm listening to like really rotates all the time. I feel like I have like a certain vibe. If I'm gonna feel in a certain way, I like this kind of music. But I mean, growing up, I just listened to like what everyone else, like in high school and stuff, I would listen to like whatever else everybody was listening to, like, Lil Uzi, like Kanye, just like, I don't know, a bunch of different stuff. It's like hard for me to like find a memory because like, I don't know if I like really like truly like loved all the music. You know what I mean? Like
we were talking about this last night. Apparently you don't hear lyrics.
Oh, I never listen to lyrics. It's terrible. I mean, I don't know if it's terrible, but it's just what happens. Like,
because you hear music a little differently than the average person.
Yeah, I guess I just listen to like the vibe and like the music and the instruments and stuff. Like I'll try to listen to lyrics and I'll be like following along for like a second, and then unconsciously, like subconsciously, I'm like, wait, I thought I was trying to listen to lyrics, and now like 2 bars have gone by and I totally was not listening to the lyrics anymore. They're gone. Like, I don't know. So like, it's funny, like for Blake, I have to sing background vocals, and it literally took me so many times to learn the lyrics because like when I listen, it's so hard. I don't know why. I can hum the melody back to you like after one listen. I can hum the whole song probably, but Lyrics, jeez, forget about it. It's crazy.
So interesting. But you're kind of drawing that back into when we were in high school and we're listening to a lot of hip hop, pop, and just, party music.
Yeah,
hang
basically.
out, social music.
Yeah, totally.
Go to the mall, shop music.
Right.
And
you would listen to it because it was on, but you don't actually know if you really loved it the way you love some of the stuff you're into.
Yeah, totally. I think so. I think coming to Nashville, things really changed for me on that front. Well, some of my friends, specifically right off of my friend Brogan and my friend Bettino, they really put me onto a lot of rock music like freshman year, like Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, like all those, like Jimi Hendrix. Like I just didn't even, I think I've heard of Jimi Hendrix before like college, but I didn't really listen to all this stuff until I got into college. Yeah, honestly, which is crazy, I guess, but I don't know, I really love like when I dove into it, I was like, whoa. And now to me, Jimi Hendrix just feels like, of course I know who Jimi Hendrix is. I know exactly what all his songs are, what they sound like. But back then it was just like, we're listening to the songs. I was like, wow, this is the craziest. This is the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. Yeah, and I don't know, so many others. I love bluegrass now. I love jazz. And something about jazz, because I studied jazz piano in college. I didn't like jazz at all my first semester, freshman year at college. I hated it. I didn't hate it, but I was I thought it was low-key boring, and I was like, man, I want to go play country and whatever, or pop or something else. And then my teacher, Dr. Dudley, he was just like, you just need to listen to more jazz. You'll get way better, and you'll fall in love with it. I was like, all right. And then I listened to this one album by Oscar Peterson, Night Train. It's so good. I mean, it's so amazing.
What
and the
year
ones
did it come out? Do you know?
I honestly don't know.
Do you have a decade? Do you think?
I feel like I could be, because he just recently passed away, so it was a whole span. I would guess 70s.
Okay.
If I had to guess, but it's so good. And the one song, Georgia on My Mind, his cover of that piano version is literally one of the best. To me, it touches me the most out of any song I ever listen. Yeah, I love it. I have it on vinyl. It's so.
I will definitely. I've never listened to this album.
You should check it out.
I'm getting into jazz.
Yeah.
Now,
the whole album's great.
Chet Baker sings.
Yeah.
Thelonious Monk.
That kind of stuff.
Monk's awesome. Yeah.
So,
and obviously Jazz Night.
Xanadu.
So I mean,
we can go back into about creating music,
but let's talk about Jazz Night.
Yeah,
that's part also why I came down here.
Oh yeah, totally. Jazz Night was an event that we started. Right now we are in Broken Door Studios.
We should talk about the studio.
Okay, yeah. I guess we have to go all the way back. Junior year of college, I lived in a house with 4 of my friends, and we had a big backyard and pretty chill neighborhood. There's a lot of college kids in the area. We could throw parties, and instead of just throwing parties, we're we're all musicians. Let's throw house shows. Let's get bands. And so we through Belmont, because we went to basically a music school, or there's a lot of music kids at Belmont in Nashville, and we just live in a music town. Yeah. We would just text people and be like, yo, you want to come do a show at our house? And they would be like, yeah. And then they'd come, and then next thing you know, there'd be 300 400 people crammed in our backyard, and it would just be a giant huge rave party, but there would be bands playing, and I don't know, it was just super fun. And we were just like, yo, we should come up with a name for this, what we're doing, just so we can promote it more in the future and continue to grow it. And then one of my roommates' door was broken. And
whose door was broken?
Brogan's door was broken. Oh yeah.
That's so classic.
Yeah. Rogan's had a broken door, and next thing, someone's like, "What if we just called it?" It was Zach, or my other roommate, was like, "What if we called it Broken Door?" And we're like, "Cause I think green door and yellow door on the table or something. I don't know." And it was just wasn't hitting as much. And then there's what if we called it Broken Door? And then I think a couple more names got thrown around, and then we just kind of you know what? Let's do Broken Door. So that's what we called the house shows we played, and we've since moved out of that house.
Oh, a festival, Bonnaroo, but it was called Broken Door.
Yeah, that was Broken Door was presents. We would throw these shows once a week or once a month or whatever at our backyard.
Yeah,
it'd be 3 bands, and they'd come and play, and it'd be super fun, and everyone would just party. It's really really cool. Got to meet a lot of people through that. But then we created a studio. Me and some people, Danny, Wesley, and Nate and Cooper, we created Broken Door Studios, and that's how that kind of started.
And then that was in a different location.
That was in Track 1, which is in this giant industrial warehouse downtown.
Yeah,
super cool. Lots of thriving businesses down there. There's art galleries, hair salon, other studios, a bunch of different stuff. Was super awesome. We were so blessed to find this spot. and eventually we had to leave. But that's when we started throwing jazz nights, and that's comes back to where jazz nights were.
Yeah.
Jazz nights, at this point, this is like sophomore, junior year, I've fallen in love with jazz. So like before I went from not liking it at all into loving jazz so much, I want to play it all the time. But it's like in Nashville, it's hard to find like gigs that are jazz related. I mean, there's a bunch out there like hotel gigs and stuff, but like it's hard to like do a show of your own jazz. You know what I mean? Like your own original music or like something that's like focused on like the artist. You know what I mean? Like
For jazz?
yeah, for jazz. Like there are plenty of jazz gigs out there where you just play at a hotel lobby.
And
but
you've
like
done some of that.
I have,
right?
for sure. Yeah. But it's not like everyone come to my jazz show at the hotel lobby. You know what I mean? That's more just like background filler.
Yeah.
You're just getting paid. Like it's obviously still fun. Like I enjoy it a lot, but it's different. What we wanted to set up was an event where people could be like, all right, this is my show. Like come, buy a ticket or whatever and sit down and watch like our show. You know what I mean? Like, and I wanted to create that
Right.
for all my friends.
So you're going to view the show versus it's just background music at like a
100%. Like the
Venue.
main event is the show
Jazz.
rather than like the hotel or the restaurant or whatever.
Cool.
And so that's what we started, and we did it once a month until we had to leave that space, and then we just restarted it once we got it
So you
back.
got the new studio, which we're in now. Lovely studio, and great place to host a podcast. So
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
and later on, maybe we'll mess around with the music as well.
Yeah, bro.
So awesome. So you got into jazz, and then what other genres of music do you like to create?
I like to create all kinds, man. Like country, EDM, funk, whatever. I feel like I don't.
Yeah.
Anything that if I was to sit down and make music, I'd probably make like a house track or like a jazz piano thing. If I was just like right now sit down, because I don't really play guitar too much. But if I was with a guitar player, like
You can
we
play-
create whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, totally. Just a matter of like who's here, the vibe of the room. I feel like
we used to make some EDM and some hip hop
oh yeah,
stuff back in the day,
oh yeah,
and
man.
just like random where we'd have all like the high school buddies down in the basement
right.
singing like
random
just
verses.
having a good time. I don't know what
100%.
genre that would be called.
I
Maybe,
know.
maybe pop.
Hip hop, whatever.
Hip-hop, yeah. So
Bedroom
you
pop.
definitely have the capability.
Ability to venture into all of it, which is really cool.
Thanks, man.
And you've also dropped one of like the greatest songs of all time, Juan Pablo Montoya.
Montoya.
Juan Pablo Montoya. Oh yeah, yeah,
We'll let the viewers find that one.
yeah. It's on SoundCloud.
It's on SoundCloud. Dude, it's so sick. So I think now I'm going to kind of get into a little different direction. I want to talk about like deciding to pursue music full time. You talked about how your parents really pushed you to stick with it. But throughout all this, something that shouldn't go unstated is that you were like a really great student and good at math and engineering and stuff, and definitely could have, gone that route, finance, engineering, career-wise. But what made you decide to go to college for Belmont, at Belmont to pursue music and then continue now?
Oh man, it's a really great question. I think like junior year of college, like after like producing a bunch, like you said, with the homies in the basement and like just playing piano a lot more, like for various things, like for the chamber choir and just like in competitions
Yeah.
and stuff. I was like, you know what, this is like really fun. Like I either like want to do this or engineering, something cool. I kind of like
Right.
realized like I don't want to like do like a business job or like
When you say engineering, because I mentioned engineering, I meant like the math stuff. You're talking about music.
no, I meant like literally engineering. Like
Oh.
I thought I like junior, senior
Yeah, you
year.
did
like,
think about that.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, totally. I applied like to colleges for engineering.
Oh, you
so
did?
I didn't know for sure, like absolutely in high school exactly if I wanted to do music.
Gotcha.
But then my mom was like, check out Belmont, you really like it. And I was like, okay. And then we came down to visit. And then I thought Nashville was just like super dope with all like the music and stuff. And
It's so cool.
yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, like the community here is amazing, especially if you like music even a little bit.
Literally, if you like know a couple artists,
And you can
Yeah.
talk about them, people.
Yeah, I feel like it gets so like normalized for me and like I guess people that live here too. Like obviously I don't think I like take it for granted, but like I like look back and I'm like, wow, I used to live in like a place like where none of this like really happened on the scale that it happened
the
to.
only
Like,
type of conversations, like if you're just out at the bar or if you're just hanging out, like you're probably gonna talk about music. And the only other place where that really happens for me is in my household because my family's big into music.
Sure.
Me and my brother talk about it all the time.
yeah,
So that's like kind of where I've like earned my chops to be able to at least like hold some ground with it. But
Yeah.
here it's like a different level.
Yeah.
And everyone's so into what they're into.
Yeah,
And they love
yeah.
it so much.
it makes it
So
really
you-
cool.
You kind of saw that when you came down and loved that about the city.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the community is one of the biggest parts of like. Sorry.
Yeah, we can do this. We'll get back to the podcast. We're fixing for those listeners. We're fixing the computer real quick.
All
it's
right,
back.
We're good.
Okay. So that was a big part of it.
Yes. Like the community that we're talking about, like
Yeah.
people.
So your decision to come down here, pursue music, part of it was like the vibe of being in the city.
100%. I don't know if I really knew the scope. I think like people at Belmont would be like, yo, you're gonna love Belmont because like the community and all the musicians, and I was like, yeah, I believe you. Like, you know, like I didn't know, you know, at the time because I didn't actually come down here. And also I met Danny, my freshman year roommate, at my audition too, and like thought that was really cool. Like he was like really cool guy, and like I was like, okay, maybe I would like this. And I have like a good roommate, you know. Because at the end it became, I think at a certain point I finally decided on music, and it was either between here and CCM at UC.
Shout out UC.
Shout out UC.
Everybody else that does the podcast, like makes the podcast, we're all UC guys.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Go Cats.
Hey, you're honorary.
Bearcats.
You're honorary.
Yeah. 100%.
CCM guy.
100%. And I think the biggest factor is I just wanted to come to Nashville because of that, like the community
It
and
makes
like,
so much sense.
yeah, the music people and stuff. So
Cool.
yeah,
You're
that's
still in with Danny. So
still,
worked
yeah,
out.
back with Danny. Yeah. We didn't live together for like 1 year or whatever, but yeah, we're back. You know, we live together now. Yeah.
Do you ever have any regrets about pursuing music full time?
No, honestly, I don't think. I think I would. Like, I like. This tour is like somewhat recent for me. Like, I didn't even know who Blake was like a year ago, or like a little over a year ago. You know,
Yeah.
and then even at that point, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do music and get a side job until I don't need to have a side job anymore.
Yeah, I really loved, like, this is a while ago, probably right before maybe I started working my full-time job, and we were just kind of discussing life, and you're like, no, this is what I want to do, and I don't really care, like, obviously how much income it brings in, at least in the short term, like, I'm going to keep pursuing
This and
that. Might have been just a tad before, maybe you had kind of been starting to plan going on tour, but I really like that perspective of like, I love doing this and I'm going to keep going for it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, I mean, why? You know, like for me personally, it's like I want to just do like what's fun and like, you know, makes me happy, and a part of it, the reason music makes you so happy because it makes so many other people happy too. So it's like,
wow,
it's really cool. Honestly, that's one of the craziest things about tour that I didn't mention earlier is that when Bailey goes on, because you know a lot of the people there for Bailey, like there are like a good amount of people that know Blake and Blake songs and stuff. They'll sing along, like, you know, a good amount. But when Bailey goes on, it's like you look at the stage and you look at the fans and like the stadium, and it's like they're literally like the happiest. Like it's like they're like what they'll be like from 7 to 15,000 people, and like literally all of them like have the biggest smile on their face, and like you can just look at their face and just tell that they're like so happy.
they're having a great time.
Oh my gosh, like the best time. I'm amazed at how happy they are like at the show. Just like looking at them, it's so cool.
Andy, my sister, shout out Tessa, went all the way out to Red Rocks from Cincinnati to see Bailey Zimmerman.
Yeah, there you go.
And visit some friends, but she's a big fan.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's really cool what
Now
music
you're
can
part
do.
of that
Bringing that
to people.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's like the main reason that I do it for sure. That's why it makes me happy.
Honestly, the next question we already answered because I was going to talk about the other creative projects you do. So besides on tour, you got the studio,
Mm-hmm.
and then you also teach.
Yep.
What else? Are you working on anything else?
I have a
Put out any
production.
albums.
Well, I have a production company with Wesley and Andrew. It's called Soundhouse, and we're just starting that. It's like getting off the ground running. Just a way to make some extra income and also provide a service for people in Nashville to, if they want to throw a show, they can just rent gear from us. Because over the years, we all three of us collectively like slowly like built up a collection of sound gear. Like, 'cause, like we did the house shows, and I'm always doing stuff with bands, so it's just like helpful to have gear. And so like we're like, wait, what if we just do it all together, and then we're able to provide like a full like service production for people. That's like our main goal, and we're just starting it. So that's kind of one thing that I'm doing. And then there's the studio, and then I want to do solo music and stuff, but I haven't really gotten fully around to it. I think Xanadu, like the Jazz House, is like the closest thing to that right now for me.
Are you going to be putting out any records that you record? Do you have any
plans?
Oh, for Xanadu, or just like
yeah,
in general?
or with other artists, just by yourself?
Oh yeah, like I produce for a good amount of artists, at least I have in the past, and they'll release some of the songs are released. Some of them aren't. I play in this band, Cam Gallagher and the Tasty Soul. It's like funk band. We just released an album. So that was fun. But yeah, just various things, with homies. Like a lot of my friends are just musicians, so like we all have like something like, if at the very least, like, yo, you want to come over and jam and record it? Because I was like, we have a studio, we might as well. And they're like, yeah. And then we do it. And sometimes it just lives on our phone that we pull up in the car every once in a while and listen to, or like it'll get released on to Spotify and like promote it and stuff. But regardless, it's equally as fun to me.
Amazing.
So the studio is amazing now. You got it all set up. Weren't there some hiccups getting it to be where it was now? What kind of obstacles did you run into, and then how'd you persevere through those?
The biggest obstacle was our console. Like, so this is our console right here. It
could be out of frame, but it's a big boy.
It's a box. Yeah, it's called the API of the Box 2. It's 8 channels, 8 preamps of analog gear. My knowledge of all that stuff is like not the best, but I know that it sounds good, and I know that it's a good thing to have. And we had a console before that we bought from this other studio for really cheap, and they're like, yeah, it's like pretty broken, but like you should be like, you could probably fix it or whatever. And so like we got a guy fix it, and then there were a lot of complications, and after we put a decent amount of money into it, it turns out that it was kind of cooked.
Like it was never gonna.
Yeah, so like we had to like move it in. It was never gonna. We were kind of like circling everything around this console, and we're like, shoot. So we had to get rid of the console and put some money in together, take a couple loans out, and now we have all the gear that we need to at least record like a band and stuff. Nice. So yeah, it came together at once, but yeah, it just took a while. Yeah. And also losing the space, like the other space, that really delayed us a lot, like from track 1 to moving to here.
Yeah.
But it worked out. Yeah, we're super happy. Place. Yeah, we're happy with it, man.
Cool, man. Yeah, kind of the last section here, just getting into some fun stories. What kind of interesting people have you met on your music journey?
Wow.
Do you have any like?
That's a great question. Sonny Dada, the Nigerian guy I was talking about, he's a super interesting guy. He's got a studio that Cooper and I helped him build. Out in West. He is super talented, really interesting. I mean, he just comes from a different culture entirely and has had a crazy life, and he's a great dude. But yeah, he's been a super interesting character.
From Nigeria again.
Yeah, the Nigerian guy. Interesting characters. I mean, everybody here I feel like is just like so unique, and like they all have like their own. Like my friends, like Brogan and Nate and Danny and Wes. Like, everybody's like so just like different. Like I feel like I don't know.
They're
like,
super cool though.
Yeah, 100%. It's a music town, and I feel like that brings out like even more weirdness in people. I don't know.
Have you run into anybody like famous, like out in the streets and the bars or anything?
Not really, honestly. Like, I think part of it is I wouldn't even know like who they were if I saw them. Like, I don't know like a lot of celebrity faces unless they're like really big. But
yeah.
I think the biggest thing that you would, if you go out to the bars, like specific bars, you would see like a lot of industry people, but nobody knows who they are. Like, like part of like the big labels, like,
okay,
like that kind of stuff, or like bands for big artists. I'm sure like if you just go out on a random like Wednesday night to like Red Door or Losers in Midtown or whatever, odds are that like a famous person's band member, manager, audio engineer, whatever, odds are you see one of them, it's probably like 90% like of like that there's somebody there at the bar, you know what I mean? But like you wouldn't know who they are. So like I guess that's kind of like the thing that I run into the most, but not really like super famous people, let's say.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
not that much in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
What piece of advice would you give to your younger self?
To my younger self, piece of advice.
I think like right now, younger self in my favorite reference would be the version of John that's just about to start college.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that kind of time frame.
I would say, don't stress out about things. Just like relax and let just take life one day at a time, and talk to your family, because you never know when they're gonna go. And yeah, that's the biggest thing. Just take things one because I remember like in college I would like get stressed about like overarching things with school, and I don't know, sometimes it would build up and I would get really stressed. But the biggest thing is just you can only take things one step at a time.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, that's pretty much what I've got question-wise. Do we want to try to make some music real quick?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, totally.
Let's just mess around.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we'll go off script now. Literally just come up with anything, and we'll just feature it on the pod. Oh, sorry. Let me do one more thing. If you go back to the mic, because this might be a separate section. So before we go to that,
Okay.
plug your socials, Instagram, your tours, and all that. Just look into the camera and kind of give them where we can find you.
My Instagram is at JohnBoyLawrie.
What about the studio Instagram?
Studio Instagram at Broken Door Nashville. Our house jazz group at Xanadu Music, XANADUMUSIK. What else?
Tour.
Oh, tour, yeah. I'm trying to think. Same night, different night, same rodeo. Is that what it is? Okay, different night, same. I think I was gonna say it backwards. Different night, same rodeo tour. Bailey Zimmerman, come to a town near you, play with Blake Whiten, open it up. See you there.
And then Morgan Wallen, Ann Arbor, and Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Late July,
August.
yeah, exactly. And then September will be Blake's headline tour. So I don't know what the details are on that yet, but
This man is on the road.
Hey, great interview. Let's do some music stuff now.
sounds good.